The Uninvited Guest, Chapter 2. The Hunt. Sarah stumbled through the darkened park, her heart pounding in her chest. She glanced over her shoulder, terrified that Whiskers would appear at any moment and continue his pursuit. But for now, the park was eerily quiet. She needed to find a place to hide, somewhere she could think and figure out what to do next. The problem was, she had no idea who or what she could turn to for help. This wasn't something the police would believe or understand. As Sarah reached the edge of the park, she spotted a small convenience store still open for late-night patrons. It wasn't much, but it might provide a temporary refuge until she could come up with a better plan. Sarah slipped inside the store, her eyes darting around nervously. The cashier gave her a curious look, but didn't say anything as she hurried to the back of the store. Sarah ducked behind a shelf stocked with canned goods, trying to catch her breath and calm her racing thoughts. What was Whiskers? How had he become this thing, and why was he targeting her specifically? Sarah racked her brain, trying to recall any strange occurrences or incidents that might explain what was happening, but nothing stood out to her. As she huddled there, lost in thought, the store's front door chimed, signaling a new customer. Sarah froze, fear gripping her heart as she listened intently. The cashier greeted the newcomer with a friendly hello. "Evening, officer," the cashier said casually. "What can I do for you tonight?" Sarah peered around the edge of the shelf and saw a police officer standing at the counter, his back to her. Relief flooded through her. Maybe this was the solution she needed. If she could explain what happened to a cop, surely he would understand and help her. Before Sarah could second-guess herself, she stepped out from behind the shelf and approached the officer. "Excuse me, officer," she said, trying to keep her voice steady. "I need your help." The officer turned around slowly, his eyes narrowing as he took in Sarah's disheveled appearance and the blood still smeared on her cheek. "What seems to be the problem here?" he asked gruffly. Sarah swallowed hard, realizing how crazy she must sound even before she started speaking. But she had to try. "There's this thing chasing me," she began hesitantly. "My cat, it's not really my cat anymore, it's something else now," and the officer held up a hand to stop her rambling. "Hold on there, miss," he said firmly. "Why don't you start from the beginning and tell me what exactly is going on?" Sarah took a deep breath and launched into the story, recounting everything that had happened since Whiskers first started acting strangely. The officer listened impassively, his expression giving nothing away. When she finished, he regarded her silently for a long moment before finally speaking. "All right, miss," he said slowly. "I'm going to need you to come down to the station with me." Sarah's heart sank. This wasn't the help she'd hoped for. "Why?" she asked warily. The officer sighed heavily. "Because you're clearly distressed and injured, and I can't in good conscience let you wander around alone until we figure out what's really going on here. But Whiskers is still out there." Sarah protested, fear spiking through her again. "If he finds me, then we'll deal with it," the officer interrupted. "Now please, come with me quietly and let's get this sorted out." Sarah hesitated but ultimately saw no other choice. She followed the officer out of the store, glancing nervously around as they headed to his patrol car parked nearby. As Sarah climbed into the back seat, a familiar chill ran down her spine. She whipped her head around just in time to see Whiskers standing on the sidewalk, watching her with those glowing red eyes. Sarah gasped and pointed at him frantically. "There he is," she cried out to the officer. "That's him." The officer turned and squinted in the direction Sarah indicated. But when he looked back, Whiskers was gone, vanished into the night like a ghost.